Welcome back to Dickin' Around Outdoors. It's good to see all the subscribers back. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. We hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, hit the subscribe button below, and we look forward to seeing you more often. Many times when you go camping, you end up taking the path of least resistance when it comes to food. So therefore you do a lot of grilling, you do hot dogs, you do meals in a bag, that sort of thing. But I'm here to show you today that you can have some really good food without a lot of work. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make a pasta dish that's all done in one pot and is full of relatively fresh ingredients that also store well and carry well. So what we have today is we have 12 ounces of cherry tomatoes, 12 ounces of fettuccine, 1 large onion, which is roughly 2 cups, 4 cloves of garlic, we have Italian herbs, and we have hot red pepper flakes, a couple tablespoons of olive oil, salt, pepper, and 4.5 cups of water. So I look forward to showing you how easy it is to have really tasty food that does not need a lot of refrigeration and can be made at the campsite quite easily. So while I'm chopping the onions, I'm going to go ahead and put my pan on the fire to preheat. Today we're using the bottom half of the woody Dutch oven. And for a stove, we're using our old faithful Coleman dual fuel powerhouse. So what we're going to do is we're going to saute the onions. Let them saute, 3 or 4 minutes. And then we're going to chop the tomatoes in half, throw those in, get the garlic ready, put that in, let that saute for a couple minutes, and then we'll just put the rest of the items into the pan, let them cook. All right, we'll just started to saute the onions. We'll go ahead and get the tomatoes cut in half and the garlic, and let these saute for a bit. Onions have been going for a couple minutes. They're starting to turn translucent. So the next step, I'm going to throw the tomatoes in and let those saute just a few minutes. Mix those in. I like to cut the tomatoes in half. You wouldn't necessarily have to, but I like to. They release a little more juice. I think they add a little bit more flavor to the pasta. Okay, we'll let those cook away for a couple minutes. All right, the tomatoes have been in for a couple minutes. Now we're going to toss the garlic in. Let that cook down just a little bit here before we add the rest of the ingredients. And as you saw, when we added the garlic, we had just sliced it. You can also mince it, run it through a garlic press. It doesn't really matter. We've done both. At this point, the garlic has gone for 1.5 minutes. We're going to add roughly 2 teaspoons of Italian herb mix. This particular one is from Penzeys. And we're also going to grind a little bit of red pepper. This is kind of a neat little deal. This is the Flatiron Pepper Company out of Colorado. This pepper grinder that screws right on top of the lid. Now clearly you could just put flakes of pepper in here, but I kind of like the grinder because it grinds the peppers and you get a more even distribution and you don't bite into a big pepper. It kind of melds better. So we're just going to put a few turns of that in. I do like it a little spicy. We've added the fettuccine. As you can see, we've broken it in half so it fits better in the pan. And again, that's 12 ounces. And here I have 4.5 cups of water. We're going to go ahead and add water. Once you add the water, we're going to crank the stove up to get it boiling. Going to stir everything up just a little bit here. Get the water boiling. Once the water comes to a boil, you cook the pasta until the water's evaporated and soaked up by the pasta. Call that 7 to 10 minutes. And stir it frequently to make sure everything gets their share of the water. While the pasta is boiling, I thought I'd quickly show you the cutting board and knife set that we used. This knife set was sold by Prometheus Design Works, and it is a cutting board, case, and 2-knife combination. It comes with a 6-inch chef knife and a 4-inch paring knife that fit into the case for carrying. And there is a magnet in there that helps hold them in place so they don't clank around. Now this was actually made by Ferrum Technologies, which is a US manufacturer of knives based in Oregon. I believe this is no longer available either at Prometheus or Ferrum Technology. However, you can get very similar 1-knife sets made by both Snow Peak and MSR. So if you like the idea, both of those companies still sell these sets. We've got a good boil going here, so I'm just stirring it. As I mentioned, you need to stir it frequently while it's cooking. And again, you're cooking it until the water is essentially evaporated and the pasta is al dente. We are done. The pasta is al dente. The water is mostly boiled away, and we do have a nice little sauce in here. All in, the process has been about 30 minutes. So let's dish some up, see how it tastes. And here we go. We have a lovely bowl of pasta, tomatoes, onions, olive oil, herbs, garlic, and a good dose of red peppers. But no pasta is complete without a dose of Parmesan cheese. And there you have it, 30 minutes, start to finish. So let's see what we have here. Pasta is cooked just right. The tomatoes, the garlic, the onion, all standing out, as are the red peppers. This is spicy, so I like spicy. If you don't, you might try to use less peppers or a more mild version. As always, thank you for watching. I've enjoyed this. I hope you have too. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Make sure that you don't miss any future videos. And if you have friends that you think would find this enjoyable or informative, please share that with them. Thank you again. We'll see you next time.